Good evening and greetings to all of my wonderful friends. I greet you with love and understanding and strength and power. This is the spirit of ecstasy living on a plane of existence that is full of ecstasy and energy. Living in that energy, prospering in that energy, prospering in that ecstasy, becoming filled with ecstasy and energy until I radiate all over my being all of that energy, love, ecstasy, power, peace, and authority. Radiating it out now and teaching you how to radiate it in your life. Teaching you how to become surrounded with the light and the power of the glory of our divine mind source, which in its wake produces all healing and all creative power and healing is going to go before you and go around you and be all around you and be protective of you and you're going to have a great protective power against all things which are evil or less than good, are all things which are fearful or superstitious or illusion. You're going to develop the power to stave off all illness and all diseases, and that great light of energy and strength and power is going to cause you to have a great capacity to help other people in every way and to love people in a benevolent, unselfish way and to have general power and strength in your life and enjoy every minute of your life. You're going to enjoy every minute of your life far beyond anything that you could possibly imagine was even possible in what you consider to be this mortal existence. In actuality, you're not living in a mortal existence. Mankind created that mortal existence. That was created by mankind. That was not created by God. God says, I am forming you and creating you in my image, complete with my creative power, with my energy and my strength, and with my love and my intelligence and my peace, love, and joy. And Jesus even said, peace I'll leave you with you, my very peace, and all of it I give unto you, that it will be with you always. And these things have I spoken, that my joy might remain with you. Your joy would be full. Out of your innermost being, John 7:38, shall flow rivers of living water. It was told to us again by Jesus because mankind had forgotten it and they had fallen into mortality and come up with superstitious ideas and created a tradition of merely outward form of worship and forgot the power that is really within our recognition of who we are. And we've got to come back now and realize who we are as powerful creative beings, as one with the eternal God, as containing His very power and His image, and His very image, containing that within our real being, and being a wonderful and perfect and grand and majestic individual who has the strength and the power and the capacity to do all things which we dream about, and the capacity and strength to accomplish our greatest vision. Our greatest vision for the world. We need to develop a great vision for the world and what we're going to do, because we are learning now about all of the great power which we have within us, and so that should engender a great vision for the world. We want to see the world changed into the image of God, and the image of truth and power. We want to see that truth and that glory of God marching on. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. He is trampling out the vintage where the grapes of wrath are stored. His truth is marching on. The truth about our immortality is marching across this earth. The truth about our healing power, the truth that we don't have to be ill or sick, the truth that we don't have to be weary, the truth that we don't have to be burdened down, the truth that we can have every moment of our life full of joy and peace and happiness and strength, and we can look forward to every moment. We can look forward to every day getting up. We can look forward, as I'm fixing to do in a few minutes, to a great relaxing sleep where only the best dreams will come to my mind during that time. Those sugar plums will be drenching across my head, and those great and wonderful ideas will be forming in my dreams. And our source God will be talking to me in my dreams and giving me ideas, and I will be walking and talking with Him and communicating Him in my dreams. Those are the kind of things which I will be doing in my dreams tonight. I won't be thinking fearful thoughts. I won't be running from something. I won't be losing something. I won't be doing all of these fearful things which some people do in their dreams. But no, I'll be walking and talking with my divine source, and we will be having a great time. We will be feasting upon the truth, and we will be feasting upon power, and we will be explosive in the way we are enjoying our life and the way it is moving out from us all over. And we know that all of this that I am telling you is a all-encompassing truth that exists in every single centimeter of this earth. And it is totally seamless. You need to realize that that's a great truth, that all healing power is seamless. There's really no interruption in health. There's really no interruption in our healing power. Healing power is all through the universe. All good things are seamless. All good things are unified with such power and strength that you could not break them apart if you wanted to. All we have to do is raise our awareness to all of that good that is seamless and that is all around us and it is all within us, and we will have such prosperity and abundance which we cannot believe. God is so very powerful that it just boggles our mind. But we should exercise that. We should exercise being realizing that our God, our infinite mind, our source is infinitely awesome and infinitely to be thought of in a way that would cause us to want to say, I want to be a part of all that awesome power. And that's God's intention. He's not just up there with all that power and that strength and all those miracles and all of those healing, all that healing and all that joy and all that peace, and saying, oh, I have all infinite joy and peace and love and understanding and wisdom, and I'm just going to keep it, I mean, I'm not going to share it with anybody. No, he is infinite, unselfish, all-encompassing love, benevolent, infinite. Just think about that. Infinite, inexhaustible, totally encompassing, benevolent love. And then God says, I am going to share all of what I am with my creation, with the humans, beings which are in my image, which I have created to be as much like me as possible. And I am going to share with them all of my energy and all of my power, and they are going to be as sons and daughters of me, taking after me, taking on my qualities, looking like me, acting like me, and inheriting all of me. That's the wonders of our divine mind source, and it is awesome. and we have to really lift our awareness to even begin to catch on to all of the awesomeness of it. But that exercise, you see, that's a great secret. That right there, that exercise of lifting our awareness to see how awesome it is, and beginning to get an idea of how glorious it is. That exercise brings health and healing to our body. That exercise brings joy and peace into our life, increases our capacity to love, increases our creative power, causes us to be better human beings, and just generally touches us all over with every glorious type of perfection and every glorious type of development of strength and power and radiance and ability to scintillate and shower out great light and authority in this world. And we can be great leaders in this capacity. And we can be great teachers in this capacity. We can teach these truths and lead out in these truths and live these truths. And in the wake of that, we're going to look back and see all kinds of miracles and marvelous things taking place as we begin to live out this truth. And we're just going to be so shocked. I know I'm shocked every day. I'm just totally shocked every day as I look back and I behind and see all the wonderful things that are just resulting from my changed way of thinking that I developed a few years ago, and have increased and increased every day and every month and every year since then. All the marvelous things that has caused to take place in my life, which I never would have had. I never would have had any of that, hardly any of that, and my life would have been just so less, had so much less quality, and so much less purpose, and I would have been subject to depression and fear and just all the elusive ideals which mortal mind can come up with. You know, mortal mind, I'm referring to what we come up with when we start looking through our eyes and our ear and listening with our ears, and what we gain through our five senses. We say, oh, I hear this and I see this, I smell this and I feel this. So that's my world, and that's what I'm going to live in. And when we do that, you see, we're living in mortality. And so we miss all of the real world and the real universe that is here, along with all the power and the dominion and the healing power and ability to uh, completely dispel all sickness and illness out of our life and never experience it again, to never experience depression or fear or lack or any of those things again. We give that up. We give that up, and we live within the five senses. But you've got to shut off those five senses, and pretend like you don't even see or hear or feel. Go into the silence, close your eyes, shut everything down, and say, "My God, my divine mind source, I want to develop all those other senses I have. You have 1,000 different senses, which are far, far superior to your eyes and ears and those senses. It would be as if you could see 360 degrees and see for millions of miles in every direction compared to the physical eyes which you have now. You can see spiritually all across the universe. You can read people's thoughts, and you can understand how to help them in ways which you could not believe. You could understand the frequency that they're on and why that is causing them difficulty, and how to bring them out of them and get them into the frequency which is going to cause happiness and prosperity in their life. You can just see that quickly, very quickly, and bring them out of it. You can give them exactly the teaching and the learning that they need without delay. And so it's a marvelous life to live. And I would encourage you to move into these things. And I'm going to continue to teach you how to do that. And you have a very good evening and a very good night. And I'll talk